Gone are the days where you go to university, you get a degree, you work for a company or three, and then retire when you're 60. You see, it just doesn't work anymore. We've got well-educated people who can't find a job, our salaries don't seem to keep up with the cost of living, and for the rest of us employees, we're all of a sudden expected to put in, extremely long hours or risk being replaced to cheaper labour or maybe more efficient technology. So in case you haven't noticed, the world we live in today, it's completely changed, which has also been a good thing. I mean, I could upload a photo or video from my computer and have millions of people who see it. Or I could be sitting at a restaurant and after dinner, order a taxi with literally one touch of a button and have that taxi waiting outside for me when I'm done. All I need to do is download an app called Uber. I mean, there's literally an app for everything we do these days. And case in point, this time last year while in Mexico, we were out for dinner and we were getting bothered by mosquitoes. And no joke, my mate pulled out his phone and searched for an application that would actually get rid of them. And to my surprise, there was actually a few apps out there, and those mosquitoes were gone literally within minutes, which is pretty amazing, right? So obviously the change that technology is making is great, but the only problem is our jobs and wages aren't really matching this change. Did you know that in 1990, we were making an average of $52,664 a year? Yet in 2015, we're only making an average of $56,156 a year. That's only $3,500 in 25 years. Now, it doesn't take a rocket scientist, nor do you have to be a qualified accountant like myself to realize that people like you and I, we're facing a tough battle. The rising prices aren't matching our incomes. You see, if we started taking things like inflation into account and understanding that $1 earned today is worth a lot more than $1 earned, say, 20 years from now, then just to break even on what we were earning back in 1990, we would have to be earning an average of $98,000 just to match the cost of living with today's date. You see, even if you are well educated and you do manage to find yourself a secure job, the chances are that you probably won't be earning enough money to, support your family and maybe save for retirement at the same time. Many people nowadays are finding themselves between 40 and 60 years old and really struggling to make ends meet. And it sucks. So what do we do about it? We as individuals really need to start adopting a totally different way of thinking and really re-educate ourselves so that we can at least embrace these changes. And thankfully there are unlimited ways that we can, beat the current system that seems totally screwed up. And we can do that by using the technology that I was talking about earlier. You see, over the past 3 years, my partner Merrily, my younger brother Chris, and his partner Sandrine have been traveling around the world running an online business as we go. And we quickly became known as the Lifestyle Team after we launched our first website back in October of 2014. And that's because with the internet, we're so connected with our phones and devices that you can literally reach billions of people from any one location, and that opens up a world of opportunity for anyone looking, to build a business on the side, or for people who just want to create additional streams of income so that they can, supplement their current income. And that's because the internet doesn't sleep, right? There's so much you can do, like freelancing as a designer, being a consultant, or just simply, opening an online store through Shopify and selling t-shirts, or basically whatever you want. I mean, there's just so much opportunity out there, which can also be a bad thing, right? With so much opportunity, a lot of the time people just don't know where to start and they end up procrastinating and then not doing anything about it. And I understand that can be pretty frustrating, right? So what myself and my team have decided to do is really help you break into the online world and figure out how you can make an income or living based around whatever it is that you're passionate about. So what we're doing is we're packaging together our very best online training resources that we've accumulated, over the years, and we're giving it away to people for free. This includes a video series that will teach you, the most cutting-edge principles when it comes to doing business online, some PDF reports that will teach you things like choosing a niche and how to attract an audience to that niche, and we'll also introduce you to the very same mentors that helped get our start online. And to this very day, where we're still students and we continue to give back to their community. So if this is something you might be interested in, there'll be a link somewhere around this video. All you need to do is click that link and fill in your details, and you can get started with the training materials immediately. Now, if you're wondering why we're giving away this information for free, it's simply so that we can impact more people and just make them aware that they do in fact have options. I mean, I know what it's like to feel stuck. I used to be an accountant in my former career, and that's why it's really become my passion just to, wake up the masses to this enormous opportunity that simply wasn't available, for our parents, 20 to 30 years ago. And by the way, if you are older, this is something that you can pick up in a relatively short period of time. So if you can, click the link, get registered, and I'll hopefully speak to you very soon. And by the way, my name is Gerard, and thanks for coming to check out this video.